If you're looking for movies or TV shows starring Saoirse Ronan, you just click on the right video. Don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss out on discovering great movies and TV shows again. Number 1. Brooklyn, 2015.
Irish girl in Ireland.
Homesickness is like most sicknesses. It will pass.
Would you dance with me?
In the early 1950s, young Irish woman Saoirse Ronan leaves her home and family behind to seek a better life in New York. In Brooklyn, she finds a job in a fashion store and meets Tony Emery Cohen, an Italian-American, at an Irish dance festival. Tony helps her settle into the big city. Despite the reservations of Tony's family, a passionate love affair develops between the two, but it is increasingly overshadowed by Eilis's intense homesickness and longing for her family. A family tragedy ultimately forces the young woman to return to Ireland, but not before she and Tony tie the knot. Number 2. Stockholm, Pennsylvania, 2015.
A string of beads.
"17 years after she was abducted by a stranger named Benjamin McKay, Jason Isaacs, 23-year-old Leanne Dargan, Saoirse Ronan, who has been in his captivity all this time, is discovered and eventually reunited with her biological parents, while Ben is now in prison, charged with her kidnapping. Ben was able to hide her locked in his basement all of this time, telling her that he saved her from world destruction, which she would have no reason not to believe. Leanne has no true recollection of her time before Ben, who renamed her Leia, and thus is the only family she has ever known. Number 3. On Chessel Beach, 2017.
And I saw a man who wasn't wearing a jacket.
Nonsense.
Oh, yes. And trousers with a mend in the knee.
A young couple find their idyllic romance colliding with issues of freedom and societal pressure, leading to an awkward and fateful wedding night. Florence, Saoirse Ronan, and Edward, Billy Howell, are young newlyweds on their honeymoon on the British coast in 1962. Florence is a carefree violinist, raised during middle-class repression. Edward was raised in the countryside, in a more volatile family, and found freedom in literature. They arrive at the coast full of love and ready to start their life together, but they are not prepared for their first night of romance. Number 4. Ladybird, 2017.
No way. I want schools like Yale, but not Yale because I probably couldn't get in.
In Ladybird, Christine McPherson, Saoirse Ronan, is a high school senior who wants nothing more than to go to college far from Sacramento, California, an idea firmly rejected by her mother, Laurie Metcalf. Ladybird, as the strong-willed girl demands to be called, refuses to give up and carries out her plan to leave anyway. Until her time comes, however, she divides her time between her student obligations at a Catholic school, her first relationship, typical rites of passage into adulthood, and countless disagreements with her mother. Number 5. Mary Queen of Scots, 2018.
I hope for. I know your heart has more within it than the men who counsel you.
You would do well to watch your words.
I will not be scolded by my inferior.
This movie explores the turbulent life of the charismatic Mary Stuart, Saoirse Ronan. Queen of France at 16 and widowed at 18, Mary defies pressure to remarry. Instead, she returns to her native Scotland to reclaim her rightful throne. But England is under the rule of the compelling Elizabeth I, Margot Robbie, who wishes to reduce the perceived threat from Mary. Each young queen beholds her sister in fear and fascination. Rivals in power and in love, and female rulers in a masculine world, the two must decide how to play the game of marriage versus independence. Number 6. Little Women, 2019.
Dance with me.
I can't because I scorched my dress. And Meg told me to keep still so no one would see it.
I have an idea of how we can manage.
Little Women tells the story of 4 sisters trying to survive in post-Civil War America. Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy are 4 sisters with radically different personalities. As they leave childhood behind and transition into womanhood, the sisters grapple with various challenges. With their fathers serving in the Civil War, the 4 young girls begin to struggle to survive alongside their mothers. Their greatest asset during this challenging time is each other's support, As they endure every hardship together, they realize that true happiness lies in love. Adapted from Louisa May Alcott's classic novel, the film is directed by Greta Gerwig. Number 7. Ammonite, 2020.
Don't like the water.
It's not easy work.
In the 1840s England, acclaimed but overlooked fossil hunter Mary Anning, Kate Winslet, works alone on the rugged southern coastline. With the days of her famed discoveries behind her, she now searches for common fossils to sell to tourists to support herself. When a wealthy visitor entrusts Mary with the care of his wife Charlotte Murchison, Saoirse Ronan, she cannot afford to turn his offer down. Proud and relentlessly passionate about her work, Mary initially clashes with her unwelcome guest. But despite the distance between their social class and personalities, an intense bond begins to develop, compelling the two women to determine the true nature of their relationship. Number 8. Foe, 2023.
Hen? Expecting anyone?
I need to have an intimate understanding of your marriage.
Earth in the not-too-distant future, violence and anarchy reign in the cities, and soon the planet will no longer be habitable. Meanwhile, Hen, Saoirse Ronan, and Junior, Paul Mescal, a couple far removed from the chaos, have settled down on Junior's family farm in the countryside, happily repressing uncomfortable truths. One day, however, federal agent Terrence, Aaron Pierre, knocks on their door and makes Junior an explosive offer. Junior has been selected to take part in a project that promises humanity a second chance, albeit in space. Should he accept the offer, he would be separated from Hen for 2 years. Hen will be given an android to replace him during his absence. Number 9. Blitz, 2024.
And for my boy, George.
The story follows 9-year-old George, Elliot Heffernan, whose peaceful days in London are interrupted by the chaos of the Blitz. To protect her son, his mother, Rita, Saoirse Ronan, sends him to the English countryside in search of safety. Determined to return to London and reunite with his mother and grandfather, George embarks on a perilous journey through the English countryside. Meanwhile, Rita faces the desperation and anguish of searching for her missing son amid the rubble of the bombed-out city. The film intensely portrays the trials and dangers faced by a family torn apart by war, exploring themes of courage and resilience in times of adversity. Number 10. The Outrun, 2024.
Offered to put me into her prayers. I'm scared. I miss it.
A young woman returns to her parents' home on a Scottish island to recover from alcoholism and ends up reconnecting with the landscape and herself. Based on a true story, the film selected for the World Panorama section of the Rio 2024 Film Festival follows Rona's, Saoirse Ronan, journey to recover from alcoholism. She leaves her parents' farm in the Orkney Islands, Scotland, at the age of 19 to live in London, where she finds true love. She also develops a severe case of alcohol dependence that causes multiple consequences in her life, including the end of her relationship with Danon, Papa Esiedu, and physical and mental trauma.